So this afternoon's game, obviously you're a bit disappointed to be sitting here talking to me, but you'll be really interested in what the players do out on the field. What do you think?
Yeah, well, obviously on Wednesday night, the conditions you'd say suited Plymouth, but what was pleasing from our point of view was the sort of you could say the attributes Plymouth got in terms of the mauling and scrummaging as such. I think we matched them, if not bettered them, in that area. So that was a massive positive for us. Today, I wouldn't say the conditions are as bad, and we will look to play more sort of width on the game, sort of more tempo. And I'm hoping that that'll be the case, because I think that would suit us a lot better, and hopefully Plymouth will struggle to live with that.
It was really good that the Pirates did manage to break the 5-year losing sequence in championship games at the Brickfields. It was Boxing Day 2005, the last time the Pirates won there. So that was really quite an important victory psychologically.
Yeah, it's another monkey off our back. I think of the Bristol fixture. It's a few things like that. To be honest, we don't really dwell on that as a squad. I think it's something for the press to sort of talk about. But obviously, we've beaten Plymouth at Brickfields in the cup last year, so it wasn't a big issue for us. It was just like any game, same approach, and and we come away with a victory, which was good.
How difficult is it playing 3 games in 8 days? Because it was Rotherham last Saturday, Plymouth at Brickfields on Wednesday, and now today. So it's 3 games in 8 days. It does stretch the squad a bit.
Yeah, it does, and as you will see by the team sheets, there's a lot of changes there, and you have to do it if you're going to, live up to a sort of a physical expectation. You need to make them changes, and with us, we've got a lot of boys who've played a lot of rugby this year. We've rotated quite well, so the boys are fresh. Some players like Rob Cook, Johnny Bentley have played most fixtures, so to be fair, them boys are pretty fit anyway, and. We'll just, especially the forwards, especially Wednesday's night game being a forward-orientated game, there's been quite a lot of changes in the pack, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, there are 7 changes in the Pirates pack. The only player who played on Wednesday night was Ben Gulliver, but Ben, of course, has had a few weeks, or 3 months actually, up at Leicester, so he's had an interesting season from his own point of view.
Yeah, he's definitely come back a better player for it as well. I think he's seen his performance against Bedford at the Mene, and he's definitely gone up a few notches, so we're just hoping he carries on that way, and into the playoffs he'll be a good player to have. Yeah,
certainly will. Premiership experience is always vital when you're in the league just below it. So we'll have a look through the teams in just a moment. As I said, Pirates have made 10 changes, and I think Plymouth Albion have made 8 from the teams that met midweek. So both sides having a look at their squad. So the Pirates forwards, they line up completely different front row. It's Paul Andrew, who will play loose head, Dave Ward, hooker, and James Curry. Good opportunity for James to come in. In the second row, Ben Gulliver, who played midweek at Plymouth, partnered by Ian Nimmo, who's been on loan to Esher. It's Blair Cowan, blindside, Tyrone Holmes, and it's going to be Laurie McGlone at number 8. So the back row interchanging their positions. So in the backs, Gavin Cattle obviously not here as he's sat next to me. It'll be the youngster James Doherty at scrum half, who's been playing very well this season. Johnny Bentley at fly half, controlling things as always. Roger McAtee on one wing. Tom Luke getting an opportunity in the centre. And Drew Locke, who's been dual registered with Exeter. Wes Davis in particularly good form this season. And Rob Cook, prolific fullback, kicking the goals. 226 points for Rob so far this season. So that's a good looking side though, Gavin. I think that's been the strength of Pirates this season, that whatever team they put out, it is a good side.
Yeah, we've definitely strengthened up. There's a lot of versatility in the squad, and like you say, as we've done all year really. So no changes, no surprises, no pressure on anybody. It's just another game.
So do you treat the British and Irish Cup just like you would a championship game? It's a game that you're going to go out and try to win.
Yeah, exactly. And winning's a habit, and you build momentum. Just the boys coming around now, looking up for it. So yeah, every game's approached exactly the same.
There's a good cheer for the Pirates players here in front of the temporary grandstand. Getting a large round of applause from their spectators. There's good supporters on this side. How important is it? You've obviously been out there many times this season. How important is the crowd getting behind the players?
Oh, massively important, especially in the tight games. It does spur you on, and it's an extra man, as they say. But you do notice it as a player, and it's very much welcomed.
How different is it down here at the Mene to what it was at Camborne?
I'd say what the main difference is the sort of supporters are closer to the pitch. You've got the terrace at the end, and in the corners. It's just more of I'd say a cosy atmosphere, if that's right for rugby. I'm not sure.
A cosy atmosphere for rugby.
But it's good. It's more homely. It's more old school, as a lot of the lads say, and it's just nice to be a part of.
Yeah, definitely. Yes, it is. I must admit this season has been very exciting coming back here to the Manet, especially by what the Pirates are producing on the field. I think all round every game here has been a good Pirates victory. You can think of some that have been more straightforward, like Esher, Moseley when it's 50 points, but then there have been the good victories over London, Welsh, Bristol, Bedford, where you know the opposition are slightly higher standard.
Yeah, I think we've been like a lot more consistent. We use it a lot, the consistency thing. It's a big focus for us, and this year I think the squad rotation, the strength and depth, the versatility has all helped towards that, and the coaches have been pretty consistent in terms of selection and the approach to games, and I think it's just shown through the players and our performance.
It certainly has this season. The flag of St Piran fluttering over the entrance here to the Manet. And as Gavin says, it's a warm, welcoming atmosphere for Cornish Pirates players to play in front of. Hopefully not too warm and welcoming for the opposition when they come down here. We don't want to make them feel too comfortable here at the Manet. So another quick look at the Pirates lineup in the front row. Completely different front row. Paul Andrew, Dave Ward and James Curry. Youngster James Curry, 20-year-old, coming in. Ben Gulliver captaining the side in Gavin's absence, with Ian Nimmo. As I mentioned, he's been on loan to Esher, but back for British and Irish Cup. Laurie McGlone, been in the second row, but now in the back row. Tyrone Holmes and the New Zealander Blair Cowan at number 8. James Doherty at scrum half, partnered by Johnny Bentley, the New Zealander. Serious-looking Roger McAtee on the wing. Drew Locke in the centre, dual registered with Exeter, but he's been very good this season. Tom Luke taking his chance. Wes Davis playing very well, of course. And Rob Cook at fullback. And on the replacements bench, we've got Ryan Storer, Rob Ellaway and Alan Paver for the front row. Sam Betty, Carl Marriott in the pack. And Steve Wynn and Grant Pointer for the backs. So presumably if there's an injury to a second row, then Laurie McGlone will move up to second row, Gav.
Yeah, that'll be key. I think there was a couple of slight errors there. Tom Luke will be playing inside centre with Drew outside. And then you've got Laurie at 8 and Blair at 6. So yeah, that would be the case. It's an injury in the second row. Laurie will just step up.
And Sam Betty or Kyle Marriott will come on. Interesting opportunity for Kyle Marriott if he gets a chance to play against his former club again. And we're just waiting for the players to come out on the field here this afternoon. There's a fair crowd here. Maybe not as many as there have been for other games. I think the Bedford game was one of the biggest crowds, Gavin. That must have been nice to play in front of a 3,000 crowd.
Yeah, pleasing to see. I think it was pretty much a sellout, yeah, it's pleasing to see for the big games. Today I would imagine the weather's put a few people off. But to be fair, it's not a bad show.
No, it's not bad. Maybe there's one or two of you at home who decided to subscribe to Pirates TV today instead of making the journey to Penzance as the weather's so bad. So welcome if you've just joined us for the first time, and welcome to many people all the way around the world who are watching Pirates TV today and looking forward to seeing the Pirates with another good victory under their belts. It's going to be the Pirates under-10s against Belingi Barbarians under-10s at half-time. So the Belingi Barbarians are a mixture of boys from local clubs joining together to take on the Pirates under-10s at half-time. So those will be the two teams entertaining the crowd whilst the players go off and get their cup of tea. Well, I mentioned cup of tea. What do players do when they go off at half-time? In my day, it used to be a slice of orange on the pitch, but now you go off for 10 minutes and have a good team talk, presumably. And
yeah, the orange days are gone now.
The orange days are gone. Yeah, I thought they might have.
Supplements as such, and what normally does, you just get 1 or 2 minutes to yourself to gather your thoughts and your breath. Then your coaches pretty relaxed, really. Just say what the aims are. And yeah, it goes pretty quick. It's about 8 to 10 minutes by the time you get in, and yeah, to be honest, it's just pretty much refocusing on what we're going to do second half. Yeah, and just rehydrate as well.
Yes, exactly. I suppose the coaches go through things, they analyse it as the first half is underway, they work out what you've got to change to improve the second half.
Yeah, exactly. We split backs and forwards. You have your little chats between your sort of 9-10 centres, wingers, back three, and the forwards do a similar thing, and then we just meet at the end, sort of collaborate things, and then yeah, just get on with the job.
Yes, it's not very long, is it, by the time you get off the field and get yourself organised. I suppose just on occasions, if the weather conditions are really bad, you might change your kit as well.
Yeah. We've got the luxury of having a couple of kits now. Back in the early days, there was a big heavy jersey, and you had to crack on with it. But
you did, didn't you? Yeah,
with these new lycra-looking things, we've got a few sets, so we're quite fortunate.
So you can change them over sometimes.
Yeah.
You didn't play back in the days of the old leather balls either, did you?
Oh, no, come on, gee whiz. 30 years of age, not 50.
Exactly. Yeah, the balls are very different nowadays to what they were 50 years ago, certainly before my time as well. But it's interesting to see Rob Cook prolific goal kicker that he is, before the game he misses more than he gets, and he did the same today.
Yeah, I worry. That's good then. I worry
good, yeah,
when he starts nailing them before game. I'm like, what's happening here? And even in the team run before the game, if he's missing, I'm happy.
Well, you should be happy today because he did miss more than he kicked. So
yeah, he needs the pressure. He thrives on pressure.
So Plymouth Albion take the field for this British and Irish Cup clash, and they're in a huddle waiting for the Pirates to come. So they'll be looking for their first victory over the Pirates this season. The Pirates having won 2 already, comfortably here by 46 points to 13 back in October. But much tougher midweek up at the Brickfields, 10-6 in the evening. So they will be looking forward to this encounter to try to get a victory under their belts.
Yeah, they would have gained a lot of confidence from that. Obviously the mauling we gave them at this place was different conditions. This plays into Plymouth's hands. But like I said, we were pretty pleased with our sort of dark arts of rugby as such on Wednesday. But Plymouth will gain confidence from that, so we'll have to start well. And
Blair Cowan, Ben Gulliver rather, leads out the Cornish Pirates to a big cheer from the crowd in the grandstand, the packed grandstand on the far side. And it looks like it might be actually brightening up a little bit and maybe not raining quite as heavily as it was this morning, just in time for this afternoon's game. So we'll look forward to this encounter as the last few people take their seats in the grandstand here in front of us, the temporary grandstand on the far side. Haven't mentioned this afternoon, the referee is Mr. Ross Campbell of the RFU, possibly his first visit here this afternoon, but Steve Lation and Nigel Higginson, very familiar faces to us here at the Menet for the Cornish Pirates. So it's going to be Pirates playing from left to right here, from the Penzance end towards the Newland end of the ground. And Johnny Bentley bounces the ball a few times. And away we go. Ross Campbell, the referee, gets us underway, and Albion clear to touch with a line out just in front of the temporary grandstand here.
Yeah, that's one thing we're going to have to watch. Giving Kieran Hallett a lot of time to kick. He's got quite a long boot, so we'll have to try and avoid him from kickoffs and put pressure on him from phase play as well.
It's interesting. He's playing fly half today, and he was fullback in the week.
Yes, his first position is fly half, but they've got the luxury of Alex Davis there as well.
Yeah. So it's the first line out, and Dave Ward with his line out throw. Interchanging Pirates, a quick one at the front, and that was mucked up. We can just hear the ref link, so explaining what's going on.
White, you're on this line. We stay here. Don't close your space.
So, good line out ball. Ben Gulliver takes it really well. Bentley makes the break. Nailed eventually, rolls the right way, sets it up nicely. Doherty, Cook up at fly half. Tom Luke making a burst, looking like he's getting through the tackle, but he's brought to ground by Ben Mercer, driven on by the Pirates.
14 away. Don't clear the player out without the ball.
Referee penalising Wes Davis there, clearing out without the ball, I think he said.
Okay, good leg drive from Tom Luke there. He's very powerful, in the lower limbs.
Yes, he is. He's taking his chance. Hasn't played many games, Tom, this season, has he?
No, he's been a little bit out of favour, but Tom's a good professional, and he shows great strength in contact. And these conditions will suit him down to the ground.
So it's Matt Hopper who's not actually involved today. He's been impressive this season.
Yeah, Hops has been one of our, you'd say one of the best finds really this season. He's consistent, great defender, and possesses some good speed and attack as well.
Gavin O'Meara with the line-out throw. Pirates bring them to ground.
Wait!
Wes Davis underneath the box kick. Takes it comfortably. Gets through 2 tackles before he's finally brought down by 2 Albion players. Doherty to Bentley.
You're on.
Bentley over the head of Rory Cushion, who goes backwards. Does very well to keep that one in. And then forward again. Cook. He's got Blair Cowan for support. Blair playing 6 today. Takes the tackle on halfway. Sprangle with the tackle. Doherty again. Cook up at fly half. Misses it. The wet conditions going through his hands. Does very well to stay on his feet and eventually slips. Well played, Pirates setting up nicely. Dave Ward. Good little show of footwork from Dave Ward. Doherty again. Bentley, a low pass, but he takes it well. Yeah, the chase wasn't quite there, but Albion were underneath it. Mark Lee, the fullback. Tackled by Pirates. Driving over. Albion have got it.
Stand.
Back it goes to Hallett. It's a long kick over Tom Luke's head, going towards the Pirates' post. Plenty of time for Tom Luke. And right-footed. He's tried to play this touchline. That's actually a good kick. Up to the Albion 10-metre long line. Good kick by Tom Luke.
Yeah, good strike. Like I said, he's good in contact, but he's also got that to his game as well. He's played a bit of 10 and full-back. A good all-round player, really.
And Rob Cook too, coming up at fly half a couple of times in that last move. So he's interchangeable as well and has played fly half for the Pirates this season. So Gavin O'Meara, 8 changes to this Albion lineup. O'Meara with the line-out throw over the top. Dave Ward read that one. Took it well, sets it up. Doherty gets there just in time. Bentley, he's got support inside from Cowan. Cowan takes the tackle. Doherty again. Bentley.
Advantage penalty, high tackle, 12.
High tackle. Referee's playing advantage to the Pirates.
Here.
So it's a high tackle. Kenny Fisselau. No, there's no surprise there.
Yeah, he doesn't mind a cheap shot, Kenny. No, he's a good player, to be fair. Very physical, like most Islanders. The human missile.
But he has been known to make 1 or 2 ill-judged tackles at times. So an opportunity for Rob Cook. Gavin and I were talking about Rob earlier on. He misses more than he gets before the game, and he did it today. And Gavin has said to me that's a good thing because he then nails them on the game. So
yeah, he thrives on pressure. So well, we'll see now.
Yes, we'll see if he's right or not. So we've played just 5 minutes of the game. It's 0-0 here at the Menet. It's the British and Irish Cup. Pirates, of course, the British and Irish Cup holders. They've played 2 games already. They beat Curry and Leinster here quite comfortably. And Plymouth Albion have already lost to Leinster. So Rob Cook, 5 minutes played. It's 0-0.
I heard you.
Ooh.
Play on, it's off his foot, play on!
Albion playing on because Rob Cook missed that one.
Back up, captain!
Back it goes to Hallett.
Hold!
Right-footed. Doherty's underneath it. That's a very good kick, clearance kick from Albion, so it's right up to the Pirates' 10-metre line. So yes, Rob Cook continues from missing in pre-match to missing in the game, Gavin.
Yeah, difficult conditions underfoot. I think especially the rain's coming down quite hard now, so
Yeah, it is.
there's going to be quite a lot of mistakes, I'd imagine. So it's like going back to basics. You know, 2-hand catch, really concentrating on the simple things and just retaining possession. We just generated a penalty and then, well, hopefully more of the same.
Dave Ward. Gulliver's up, gets it tapped back, but it's gone over the top, so each side have lost the line out now.
Playing advantage penalty, midfield offside.
Cushion to Hallett. Hallett to
You and outside.
Fisselau in midfield, but
No space.
referees penalise the Pirates' backs for offside then.
It's on the 10-metre line. You'd have to take it from the mark anyway. 10 and outside. Post. Post.
So Hallett with a kick to goal here.
Yeah. No.
See if he can succeed where Rob Cook missed.
Position.
I mentioned about
Off the
Hallett earlier
second
with the
phase,
kicking out the hand. He's also a very good goal kicker, a drop goal specialist as well.
He is, yeah. And watching him kick before the game, he did kick more than he missed, so we'll see what he can do when it comes to the pressure of actually the game, and the rain, as we say, is teeming down. Having said, I thought it was brightening up. That was a very brief moment of brightness. It's now pouring with rain again.
That's your fault, tempting fate.
Yeah, I know. Terrible, isn't it? Curse of the commentator. It's 0-0 at the moment. Hallett to open the scoring. He's given it a good strike. He's certainly got the distance. And both touch judges' flags go up and Albion take the lead. So we've played just 8 minutes of the game. It's Cornish Pirates 0, Plymouth Albion 3. So for the second time in 8 minutes, Johnny Bentley to restart.
Guys, just get into your guards to make them set the space.
So the crowd looking to get behind the Pirates. 1 or 2 people shouting, "Come on, Pirates." Bentley with the low restart, skidding along the floor, well picked up. Dave Ward makes the tackle.
Stay.
Cushion with the box kick. It was touched in flight, it's going to bounce. Blair Cowan takes. Cook. Cook goes inside Fizzelow. Sets it up, he's got support.
Back 6.
Paul Andrew. Playing fly half. Bentley. There's a bit of an overlap here. McAtee. Roger McAtee gets a handoff, but he's well held there by Gavin O'Meara. He wasn't going to buy that one. Needs a bit of a chase. It's the box kick from Doherty. It's into the 22. Across comes Venables. Ooh, scuffed kick into touch. So good kick there by James Doherty.
Yeah, sensible play in these conditions. You know, put it down their half, put a pressure on the kick, and obviously we've got gains from that.
That's you.
It was actually Mark Lee, the fullback, with the scuffed kick. So yes, there's good ground game by Doherty there.
I was interested to see then the boys come after 2 phases coming back. Plymouth are keeping their front row together in defence. So I think Rodri seen that, had a go, and that's something to look for, you know, as we get into this first half.
It is. Good line out ball. Missed out Doherty to Luke. Luke looking to take him on in midfield. Gets over the gain line. Nicely set up for the Pirates. Bentley again. Good hands. Rob Cook to Wes Davis. Wes Davis charging down the left wing. What a good try from Wes Davis. And that's certainly made by the handling of the Pirates' backs.
You'd say the backs. Ben Gulliver there showing a very good sleight of hand. And that's something he's got in his game. And Wes keeping the width right on the touchline. That's what we're looking for.
Great opening try for the Cornish Pirates. Very good ball. Probably second or third phase ball. And we'll see the replay coming up.
Yeah, great leg drive from Tom Luke there. We mentioned that earlier. Good service on Doherty under pressure.
Higgy, did you speak to
this is the money making pass. Sleight of hand, creating the 2-on-1. Cookie, textbook. Wes got a nice run in there.
Must admit, I've been impressed with Wes this season. He's been looking in very good form, Gavin.
Wes, he claimed that it could be his last season, but he's a great professional. He always has been. Looks after himself, and you know, he's a rugby league background. He runs some great lines.
He does. He actually said to me when he was working with me it was going to be his last season, but he may rethink after the success he's had this year. Let's see if Rob Cook can increase this Pirates lead now. It's 5-3 to the Cornish Pirates. We've played 11 minutes of the first half. I think it's just faded across the face of the post, so certainly not quite got his kicking boots on yet today, but if Pirates can score tries like that, it's not going to matter. So it's 5-3 to the Cornish Pirates, 11 minutes played.
Plymouth opting for a split kick-off here, trying to mix things up.
So it's deep to Laurie McGlone, takes it. Good.
Take a seat.
Cameron Mitchell will think twice about tackling Laurie McGlone next time. Dave Ward has stolen it. And back it goes. Blair Cowan. He's got support. James Curry's there. Rob Cook goes in as well. Doherty to Bentley. Left-footed. He sees a gap right up the middle.
Yeah, good option that.
So Pirates coming up in a line to put pressure on. And the up and under.
Looks like Blair Cowan's taking a knock there.
Ooh, Tom Luke misses it. Ooh. No, Doherty picks it up.
Back foot wide.
Doherty sniping across. Ooh, almost through. Offloads to Paul Andrew.
Forward from 9 to 1.
Ooh, the referee says it was forward.
Forward.
That's something we didn't do Wednesday night, and we spoke in the week about Doherty running and attracting the defenders, and that's what we want to do. Keep them honest, because they're tending to drift off.
Clock is off.
And like, especially when you've got the tight five around that ruck area, just put them under a bit of pressure using his speed.
Yes, that was a good break and just a slightly forward pass. It was right in front of us. It was marginal, but you can give the referee that one. And touch judges were right in line.
You ran around the back of, just be careful with him there. Oh, man. Yeah, at the last ruck. You ran around the back of him. He hadn't quite come back. Just make sure you haven't got a blocker off the ruck there. Yeah?
Referee warning James about a possible blocker in front of him. So Blair Cowan receiving attention here. It's unlike Blair, isn't it? So he must have had a serious knock there.
It's not ready.
Yeah, he looked taller.
Pause, engage!
Yes, you and Johnny Bentley together. There's not much between you, is there?
That's a little bit of an insult. I got at least 3 inches on him.
Yeah.
Flat!
Cushion with the break. Feeding Venables coming in off that wing.
Penalty, no move.
Referee's playing advantage to Plymouth
Leave
here.
it, lads. Leave it, both of you.
Away goes Cushion again. They let him go. They had to let him go because they were not back 10 metres. Pirates got turnover here. Curry, good offload to Dave Ward. He's a bit on his own though. Dave Ward, keep going. Oh, nearly. Offloads to Doherty.
Just a tackle.
Yes, it was offside. Gavin saying it was offside. Rob Cook. Cook, good break and almost getting the pass away halfway.
Back foot.
Pirates on halfway though. Referee turns to look to make sure the Albion defence are in line on the back foot. Bentley. Offloads to Gulliver. Cuts inside the first would-be tackler. Referee shouting to them to release. Almost going to give a penalty. Then he put the whistle to his lips. Tom Luke. Good offload. Roger McAtee. Good handoff. He's got Tom Luke with him. What's he doing? Oh, good ball. Tom Luke cuts inside. And Tom Luke is going to score. Rodri McAtee just seemed to hold up a little bit then, as if the referee's whistle had gone.
I think the full back thought it was a forward pass, and Rodri tended to listen to the full back.
Or maybe Rodri was just pulling the ball over the Albion defender's eyes, thinking I'll slow down here as if I'm going to stop, and then I'll launch Tom Luke in with the try.
Yeah, good finish from Tom, good support.
Here we go, we can see on the replay, Rodri just slows down, just walking, and they all sort of stand around and look, and then off he goes again. And 2 players come in and draws them, and Tom Luke cuts inside.
Good finish, Tom.
Good finish.
I think Rodri, it looked like he knew what he was doing there, actually, looking back at that.
Yes, it probably did, didn't it? Yeah. So 15 minutes played, the second try of the afternoon for the Cornish Pirates. Wes Davis the first, Tom Luke the second. It's Pirates 10, Albion 3. Again, good handling by the Pirates, though. Yeah. It was from a turnover here on the 22.
Just before that replay, there was a great offload from Drew Lock out of the back door. So, putting Rodri into space.
Yeah, Drew Lock's been good this season as well, Gavin, hasn't he? He's been very good.
He's not the biggest of centres, but to be fair, he's got some really quick feet. He's agile. He's strong upper body. Yeah, he's been a good addition.
Been good. So Rob Cook's conversion. And third attempt for Rob, and he actually gets it. So third time lucky. Rob Cook increases the Pirates' lead. We've played 16 minutes. It's the Pirates 12, Plymouth Albion 3. Very good start from the Pirates.
You didn't get penalised. You didn't get penalised. You listened. Thank you. You didn't get penalised. You listened. Thank you. No. I said release. You release.
Yeah, referee telling Albion to release, so they did. So Kieran Hallett with his restart. Ben Gulliver's underneath it, takes it well, got support from Dave Ward and Paul Andrew.
Yeah, those components to the game there are so crucial in these conditions. Ben Gulliver, it's such a tough skill being lifted and catching
the ball, yeah. Driving maul from the Pirates have made 15 metres already. Side entry. And number 2 came round from the side entry, Gavin O'Meara. But away go the Pirates. Wes Davis. Taken by Tom Luke. Halfway.
12 away.
Doherty. Bentley. Dave Ward coming on the dummy. Blair Cowan seems to recover from the knock. On halfway. Right on halfway. Johnny Bentley was looking this way as the pass came towards him, so he let it go. Ian Nimmo picked up. Doherty again. Inside. Paul Andrew takes it. Drives on. It was a good option. It made 5 metres.
Wait.
Doherty to Bentley. Bentley to Drew Lock. Lock goes over halfway. Still going. Finally brought down. Doherty again. Bentley. Blair Cowan takes it, driving forward. Wes Davis gets in to help as well. Drew Lock offloads to Dave Ward.
Play on, tackle.
Oh, I think Albion have turned this one over possibly. It's a little bit loose by the Pirates there eventually. They've been turned over. It's a scrum to Albion.
Yeah, some good build-up there. If we just got that back there. Like I said, there's a lot of forwards out on the Plymouth defensive line. So we're tying in the backs. We've just got to look to shift it. If we can get it, 2 more phases, I think, we will be stretching them.
Yeah, that's all Rodri needs, isn't it? If he can get the ball with a couple of forwards in front of him, then he's going to beat them most times.
Exactly, just mismatches in midfield, just putting them in a bit of doubt defensively can create holes.
Exciting player, Rodri McAtee, when he gets the ball. The crowd seem to sense something's going to happen when he gets hold of the ball. And he never fails to disappoint. Hallett misses out. Fisselau to Mercer. Makes a good break. Tom Luke trying to get back at him. And he chips it forward. If this stays in play, it was going to be a good ball for Cameron Mitchell, but it went out.
11, come away!
I think Tom will be disappointed at that.
I just got caught a little bit high. It happens to, it was his man. He just caught a bit high in the fend. Sort of Mercer, to be fair, is a strong man.
That's a meter.
Managed to get it on his chest and push off.
Ben Mercer will enjoy that one. And Tom Luke tried to get back at him and just failed as well. So fortunately, the kick went into touch. Pirates have secured it. I don't think it was meant for Ben Gulliver. It went straight through somebody's hand. So Dan Collier being told to get out. Charge down, and it'll be a 22 dropout.
22.
That was a bit tight for James Doherty then. That was.
Yeah, needs more protection there. Need to get a blocker in place before trying to execute that kick.
So the first time Albion have been into the Pirates 22, and it's a 22 dropout, so the Pirates defence has held firm. We've played 20 minutes of the first half, so we're a quarter way through the game. It's 12-3 to the Cornish Pirates. Johnny Bentley's 22 dropout, very deep. Mark Lee's underneath it, takes it comfortably, weighing up his options, and sees a bit of a gap by the 22 there, and kicks it well, so keeping the pressure on the Pirates.
Yeah, good strike from Mark Lee there, just pinning the boys back.
You're on the line. You're on the line.
I was watching Mark Lee and Kieran Hallett warming up, kicking, and both of them were 50-metre kicking with some ease, which is quite worrying.
Yes, they were, weren't they? Yes,
Black, get out your own space.
Distance kickers.
Thank you.
A bit like Grant Pointer for the Pirates, though. He's got a good boot on him.
Yeah, he's slightly further than that again. He's got a hell of a hoop.
Yes, he has. That's another Pirates line-out has gone astray, so a couple in this first half have gone astray over the top. So that's something that Dave Ward will have to sort out with Ben Gulliver. Drew Lock trying to get the tackles in. And Tyrone Holmes there hunting down an Albion player. Cushion offloads to one of his forwards. And away go Albion again, sniping around the edges of the ruck. Pirates can sense a bit of a turnover there, but no, it's still with Albion. Cushion has come to this side of it. We can see the ball. A little pod of players goes off and drives on. Tyler Hotson's there to help. James Curry goes in with a tackle in low. Good recycling by Albion here. They've kept possession really well. Picked up by Fisselau, getting involved in the pack.
Advantage penalty. White, blue wood, offside. Confirm, Steve, number 1.
Drop goal attempt from Hallett because he knows he's playing advantage, but it's gone to the right of the post.
Number 1.
So Paul Andrew being penalised, the referee here, we could hear him say.
Yeah, it's marginal. It's like this is what Plymouth do. They get when they get caught in a slow situation, they pick and go and try and generate a penalty, giving Hallett another opportunity. But yeah, we've just got to give. I'm not sure if he was offside there, it would have been marginal. But we just got to give a little bit of space because, to be fair, they're not going anywhere. All we want to do there is just get low shots, just not allow Plymouth to gain any sort of territory.
Captain, make my life easier. Yeah. The tap move, your white team arrive up and stay up. Okay? Yeah. Make sure they all know.
So referee Mr. Campbell explaining to Albion, make my life easier, I heard him say. So Kieran Hallett to reduce the deficit. It's 12-3 to the Pirates at the moment. Oh, he's put it past the post, so
22.
a bit of a let off for the Pirates.
Yeah, that was, yeah, you'd say for a kicker, visibility straightforward. So, yeah, definitely a bit of relief for the boys there.
So each side have missed a penalty now. Rob Cook for the Pirates and Kieran Hallett for Albion. But it's the Pirates who scored 2 tries. It's 12-3, and we're 24 minutes into the game. Johnny Bentley with another 22 dropout. Ooh, just about caught by Albion then. Hallett looking to attack. Dave Ward making a tackle. Up comes fullback Lee. Good offload. Fisselow. Tom Luke with a tap tackle, looking to tap tackle. It's Wayne Sprangle running towards the post, but across come the Pirates to make the tackles. Albion have got in behind the Pirates here. They need to get back quickly and get themselves organised.
No, knock on. He's released. Scrum.
Well, Pirates have forced the knock on by Albion there, so they'll be pleased to get a scrum, Gavin.
Yeah, it's good to see the ref wasn't influenced by that. I couldn't see a penalty offence by the Pirates, maybe a bit biased, but I couldn't see what the 9 was.
What he's complaining about. No.
Clock's off, guys. Got blood.
So we played 25 minutes of the first half. Pirates been put under a little bit of pressure the last few minutes.
To be fair, that was good handling, you know. We pushed them out wide. I think we went through 3 or 4 sets of hands. Tom Luke was stretched there. It wasn't his man he was trying to cover. The damage had been done with, well, to be fair, with a quick handling from Hallett.
Which is which? Yeah?
Yes, it was. Referee speaking to Ben Gulliver there. I didn't quite hear what he was saying, but...
Sorry?
Interesting to see Alan Paver on with the water bottles.
Yes.
Giving James Curry a bit of advice, his prodigy.
Yes, he is, isn't he? Yes. It's good that Alan's doing that, though. Alan's been a really experienced prop, and he's been with the Pirates 9 years now, and he's got a lot of experience to pass on.
Oh yeah, he's priceless for us. You know, most people just see what he does on a weekend, but his work rate in training, not just on the pitch, around, you know, watching videos and just giving advice, is invaluable for players such as James Curry and a lot of the other young lads coming through.
He has a lot to do with Ian Davis, doesn't he, about the forwards coach, about what goes on here.
Yeah,
they analyse DVDs together, don't they?
We've got a good coaching staff here, and you know, I wouldn't say coach that it's player-led as such, but obviously players have a lot of input, and they sort of tap into the experience of Chris Morgan, Ben Gulliver, Paves.
And yourself, of course, with James Doherty out here. He's actually come on, he's blossomed this year.
Yeah, he has, yeah. Physically, he's definitely developed. Looking back at last year, and starting to be a bit of a threat.
It's nice that the Pirates can say they've now got 2 scrum halves as opposed to the scrum half and a reserve. So
yeah, exactly. And you know, the expansive game we look to play is you need 2 9s.
You do, yes, right. So controlled at the back by Laurie McGlone. Back it goes to Bentley, and he plays that far touchline and gets the Pirates just out of their 22. So, but it still gives Albion the ball, so they have possession 25 metres out.
Now it's not quick.
Laurie McGlone was there, alert to the danger, the possible quick line-out throw. So 12-3 to the Pirates. Albion's line-out throw, Gavin O'Meara. Big gap in this line-out, which they're now closing up. It's a little short one. And away they go at the front. That's a good line-out ploy by Albion there. Caught the Pirates napping.
Give me the number of the guy with the scrum cap. Him. What number?
Referee's going to play an advantage here, going to penalise the Pirates. Fisselow cutting inside Luke again. Cushing comes up. Hallett. Hallett makes the break, but Johnny Bentley just misses him. Offloads inside to Wayne Sprangle.
Good last-ditch tackle from Laurie McGlone there.
Oh, good tackling by the Pirates. Ben Gulliver, big hit in midfield. Stopped the player in his tracks. It was what was required.
He'll be feeling that one in the morning.
Back goes the ball.
Back over here.
Referee's going to go back. He was playing advantage. Albion didn't get it, so that's very good defence by the Pirates. And I think it was Ben Gulliver with that crunching tackle.
Oh, yeah. A bone cruncher.
It was, wasn't it? I don't know if we can see the replay of that one, but...
Number 7, off his feet in the contact area.
Tyrone Holmes being penalised. So...
I was a bit concerned there when he was shouting the number. I thought a card might be coming out.
Number 7.
Yeah, so he's mentioned number 7. So here's Tyrone Holmes, 24-year-old South African, being warned by the referee.
Get our timing right. The ball will be at the front.
Tyrone will be chomping at the bit. He's... with Phil Burgess, Sam Betty competing for that 7 shirt. It's
All carrier
It's his
at the
opportunity
front of
today
the
to
ball.
shine.
It is, isn't it?
Understand?
Certainly is. Good competition in most of the positions for the Cornish Pirates.
Yes, yeah, definitely. And Tyrone is he's a true professional. I was talking about supplements earlier. We call him the supplement king. He's pretty much he takes every supplement on the market
Oh, does he? Right.
within the laws. Obviously.
Within the laws, of course, yes. Good line-out ball from Skelding, but Dave Ward has stolen it. That's a good kick. Tom Luke's after it. Fisselau might just get there first, but Tom Luke will wait for him to pick it up. Oh, and Fisselau just taps it into touch, not risking the pick-up and the hit. Decides to tap into touch, and the Pirates have turned defence into attack, and they're still going. Quick line-out throw. Doherty. Paul Andrews there. Offloads to Curry. Curry sets it up nicely. Doherty again.
Playing advantage penalty.
Bentley.
Right.
McGlone goes driving on. No number on his back. Doherty picks up again. Inside to Nimmo. Nimmo cuts inside. He's got support from Blair Cowan. So the Pirates have rapidly turned defence into attack here. Doherty is... That's possibly going to be a yellow card.
Number 1.
There's 2 offsides there. And that's
Number
Tom
1.
Skelding being
Right away.
penalised again, so number
Great.
1 as well.
Yeah, great play from Dave Ward. He's a scavenger. Yeah, he's awesome at it, and showing that he can use that right foot of his as well.
It was a good kick actually because it kept the ball in play, put them under pressure.
Nice.
But he is tremendous in the
Nice.
loose. The number of turnovers he achieves in a game.
Oh my
Fantastic.
God, yeah, he's awesome at that. Yeah,
He's not the sort of guy who'd want to grab hold of you if you were the opposition. If he doesn't bring you down, someone else will bring you down, chop you down at the ankles, but Dave will steal the ball off you.
He's a horrible little man. He's he's so awkward, and he's quite short and stocky, so he's quite hard to shift as well. He's a dead weight over the ball.
Does he make life difficult in training sometimes?
Oh yes, he's the ultimate nose. Yeah, he's
They just run back.
no, he's very clever though, Dave. Very good rugby player all round.
Yeah.
Always thinking a couple of phases ahead.
He's made some good impacts off the bench recently as well.
Yes, yeah.
Rob Cook. It's 12-3 to the Pirates. And the crowd in the grandstand will tell you that he slotted it to increase the Pirates' lead. We've played half an hour of the game. It's the Cornish Pirates 15, Plymouth Albion 3.
Worth mentioning there as well, Tom Luke taking that quick throw in, up in the tempo, and that's what we're looking to do, is keep the tempo high and try and shift the Plymouth pack around.
Yes, exactly, because it meant that some of the Albion players weren't back on side. They couldn't be involved in the game, so you're almost playing, well, less than 15 because they weren't there.
Yeah, Albion are very comfortable from set piece, so yeah, we're looking to sort of shift them around the park a bit.
Kieran Hallett goes to the far side. Nimmo takes. Got good support there from half the Pirates pack, because Albion have split the kickoffs. And away goes Drew Locke, I think that is.
Advantage penalty, 7 straight off his feet.
Referee certainly being
Number
consistent
7,
here.
straight off
Players
his
going
feet.
off their feet. He's penalising both sides.
Number 7, straight off your feet.
So that's Wayne Sprangle being penalised. As the other number 7, Tyrone Holmes for the Pirates, was penalised. So referee certainly being consistent.
That's your mark.
So Johnny Bentley to kick to touch.
You put your head straight in the deck. Keep it up.
So into the Albion half go the Pirates. We've got 9 minutes to play in the first half.
Not
It's
enough to flop straight off your
15-3
feet now, so.
to the Cornish Pirates.
That's them. You set
Do you
there.
feel sitting here, Gavin, that you should be out there? You just itch to be there. Is it something you desperately want to do?
Yeah, like in the future I'd like to get into coaching, but sitting watching is so frustrating, so I don't know what I'd be like as a coach.
But possibly, if you say, whatever, 10 years' time, you get into coaching, you may think, well, my playing days are over, but
yeah,
that's good ball by the Pirates. But at the moment, your playing days certainly aren't over. You're just injured. So Tom Luke gets over the gain line. Doherty, Bentley. He's got Dave Warburton in, but it's a long ball out to Cook. Cook's got McAtee, but he cuts inside. 2 Albion players bring him down. Mercer 1, but that's good quick ball by the Pirates. Laurie McGlone takes the tackle, but he's got
Tackle is pinned, leave him.
Doherty, Bentley, Drew Locke at pace. Sprangle looks to tackle him. Knocked on in the tackle, so a bit of pace from Drew Locke.
yeah, marginal. If he just got his arms a little
Knock
bit
on.
free earlier, I think that offload had come off. I
the
think when
22.
Sprangle made a tackle, done well to get there.
Certainly, as you say, Pirates getting some pace on the game here, looking to pass it quickly out of the tackle or offload if they're in the tackle. So moving the ball, width on the field.
Time. Get your attention.
Yeah, by playing with tempo as well,
mark,
you know, most teams can live with it for 40 minutes, 50 minutes. You normally reap the benefits in that last sort of 20.
Yeah.
So let's hope we can keep this tempo up and see if Plymouth can live with it.
I think that has been a mark of the Pirates' performances here at the Monet, that the first half has been a tough, difficult contest. They may have just been ahead at half-time, but the second half they've just run away with it. I can think of Esher, Moseley, Plymouth Albion here first time.
Yeah.
Just remember the big pause.
And as a player, especially the way we play, it's pretty lung bursting, but as a defender it must be even worse. So,
yeah, it is. It's not so bad when you're doing it yourself, when you're in charge of the pace of the game. You don't mind that at all, but for the opposition it must be difficult.
Great.
Albion look like they've made a replacement. I think it's Sprangle going off.
Line up one.
Not quite sure, but there's an Albion player with his arm wrapped in his sleeve. In his shirt gone off on the far side. So they've certainly lost a player. And I noticed one coming on, so I think it's Sprangle.
Wind up and on his side, please, not on his shorts.
So I say, I hope his arm's wrapped in his sleeve.
Yeah, actually, it's Gavin O'Meara, I think.
Yeah, it's the hooker.
It is the hooker, it's Gavin O'Meara.
Stay straight, James.
So Albion made a replacement already, yes, as you say, I hope his arm's in his sleeve, yeah. Otherwise it would be a bit of a problem. So, anyway, Albion have perhaps kept that one or not, as the case may be. Pirates seeking a turnover, maybe not quite getting it. And Albion go around the fringes. Looks like number 20,
Yeah,
Aaron Carpenter. Right.
7 white, careful. From the
Looking to charge down Cushion's kick, but Wes Davies is under it. Takes it just inside his own half. Not the best of ball, well picked up by Rob Cook on the half volley. Over the 10-metre line, out to Drew Locke. Locke's got Bentley with him, but he cuts back inside. Still going. Oh, just loses it backwards. It's picked up by Gulliver. Handing off one or two would-be tacklers. Rodri McAtee gets in there as well. It's Bentley. Bentley's got Cook with him. Feeds him on this near touchline. He cuts inside away from the touchline. Good ball again, Doherty. Locke. Paul Andrew takes the tackle in midfield. Doherty again. Snipes again. Bentley offloads to Roger McAtee. Takes 2 tacklers. Good drive by the Pirates. Doherty, Bentley. McGlone's there, but it's a long ball out to Locke. Cuts inside, stays on his feet. Eventually Carpenter brings him down.
Now we need to go left.
Bentley again. Little chip through from Bentley. He's probably got too much on that and it's gone into touch. Good play by the Pirates, good approach play, certainly.
Yeah, I think I was asking a bit much of Ian Nimmo to gather that kick, but
yes.
it's the right option.
Yes, good options, just not executed perfectly. So, well played the Pirates. Exciting handling, stretching this Albion defence. So it's 15 metres out from the Albion line.
How many?
It's 15-3 to the Cornish Pirates. We've played 36 minutes of the first half. Albion reduce it to 4. And the Pirates have pinched it. So I think that's each side have lost 2 lineouts now. So this changes the point of attack. Ian Nimmo takes them on.
Play on, he's on his feet.
Ooh, Pirates penalised for going off their feet, I think. There's a fine line between clearing out and driving and supporting the tackle player and being penalised for going off your feet.
Exactly, and you know the laws states that as a defender you have to allow the attacker a chance to present the ball. Then I thought he was pretty quick, pretty much constantly over the ball. So it is a fine line. It's tough for referees.
Certainly
that's
is.
still in play. He's kept it in.
Kept it in. So Rob Cook cuts inside and goes down that left touchline.
It's good play.
Sets it back and it's picked up again.
Sorry guys, I couldn't see it. Assistant referees confirmed it was a knock on.
You can hear what the referee says then. The assistant referee confirms it was a knock on. So it's going to be Albion ball. Albion were disappointed to have missed touch from a penalty there. But Wes Davies almost made a hash of it, but did really well to recover the bouncing ball and keep it in play and feed Rob Cook.
E square. Great. Crouch. Touch. Pause. Engage.
Cushion feeds the scrum.
3.
Sam Hocking at number 8 protects it. Back it goes to Hallett. Hallett's going to take on Doherty and Bentley.
Advantage penalty. 10's not away.
Good tackle eventually by Laurie McGlone, just getting hold of him. Good drive by Albion. They might still be playing advantage here.
Advantage over.
The referee's just said advantage over, so open play now for both sides. Cushion to Hallett. It's a long ball out to Mitchell. Mitchell in Mark Lee. Good tackling by Drew Lock. What a fantastic tackle. Well set up by Albion though.
Advantage penalty, side entry.
Oh, referees penalise Pirates for side entry.
Side entry first.
We're talking about the fine lines there, and some of it just goes to the referee's interpretation.
Yes, that's...
I think he got that one
Side
right.
entry first. Just didn't want anything else to progress from there.
Drew Lock made a good tackle there, Gavin.
Yeah, right around the bootlaces that.
It was.
Rodri got sucked in by the decoy runner there. Showed a good sleight of hand.
So Albion kick it to touch into the Pirates 22 for their third visit of the afternoon. They've kicked one penalty. The Pirates have survived the last 2 excursions that Albion have had into their 22. Good play by Lee and Cameron Mitchell down this left wing. And it's a 5-metre line out to Albion.
That's at this side of the
It's not straight, so the crowd give an ironic round of applause there, so Pirates have turned that one over.
Yeah, that's a let off there because they've got good field position. You know, a well-renowned driving line out as well. So
They have, yeah. Yes, that would have played right into their hands. They'd have been pleased with that if they could have won it. But their line-out throw went astray, so the Pirates had a chance. We're playing injury time at the end of the first half. McGlone picks up immediately. He's tackled by Collier. But the strength of McGlone gains a good 7 or 8 metres. Doherty gets his kick away. Cameron Mitchell's underneath it. Looks to make a break. Got support from Carpenter. Carpenter's got Mercer. Big offload. It was picked up by Wes Davis and it went backwards, so Rob Cook's there to tidy up. So Pirates have turned it over. Doherty to Bentley. Bentley sees the gap up the middle, but Mark Lee's underneath it. And sees the gap and chips ahead, but Doherty takes and offloads immediately to Bentley. So can the Pirates turn defence into attack?
Mismatch
Drew
here.
Lock, Roger McAtee. McAtee cuts inside and offloads to Lock again. And Bentley. Bentley gets hammered on halfway.
Wait.
He's way offside.
Penalty, 7 green.
The referee spotted it. Good little sidestep. Oh, slapped out of his hand.
Number 7. Number 7.
Brangle must be right in the.
He's
He's sort of.
He's right on the edge. Well, in fact, he's over the
trying
edge,
his
isn't
luck,
he?
man. He's gone off his feet a number of times, hasn't released, and now that's a blatant offside.
It was. Yeah, we could all see it in the stand.
Ask the assistant referee. 7's miles up.
Tom Skelding having a word with the referee, but yes, we could tell Tom he was way offside. So
Yeah, I'm sure when he looks back at the video, you realise. You think he's playing for the Pirates now?
yes. So I think we've played.
Captain said, yeah. Post.
I think the referee said the clock's dead, so that must be half time. So
This is right on Cookie's range,
Yeah,
right
it
at the
is,
edge of
isn't
it,
it?
so it's got to be a good strike.
it's going to have to be good here. And will he get a good footing because it's so wet out there? So it's 15-3 to the Cornish Pirates. It's been an interesting first half. 2 tries, a conversion and a penalty to 1 penalty from Plymouth Albion. Rob Cook is now going to try and increase the Pirates' lead.
In fairness to Plymouth, they've played quite an expansive game. They've created some opportunities, you know, played with some width, and they're using that extra runner like a loop around.
Yes,
It's
they
caused
are,
us
yeah.
caused us a couple of problems, but in general, I think our defence has been pretty sound.
Certainly has so far. Just the 1 penalty conceded by the Pirates. So Rob Cook from a metre inside the Albion half. He has given it a good strike. Oh, I think it just went under the bar. So good effort by Rob. And with that, the referee brings the first half to a close. So half-time score here at the Monet in the British and Irish Cup. It's 15-3 to the Cornish Pirates. Gavin, your assessment of the first half?
I think we've showed, at times good ball retention. We've put Plymouth under pressure, definitely creating mismatches. I would imagine the half-time team talk will be around just saying more of the same, just keeping that ball. And when we do get down that end, just being more clinical. Plymouth are not a team you'd sort of suggest that would run from their own 22, so territory is always a priority, but in all fairness to them, they've had a go. So I'd say just keep up with the kick chase, play in the right areas, and when we actually do get down there, we need to be more clinical, keep hold of that ball.
As a spectator, it has been quite an entertaining first half.
Yeah, despite the conditions, I think both teams have looked at try and play. There has been, the odd pick and go here and there, but you've seen the first try, Wes Davis is using the full width of the pitch, and that's something we look to do. Trust your skills, and look to put Plymouth under pressure, holding that width, depth, and playing at pace.
Welcome back to the Cornish Pirates here. Welcome back to the Monet. It's the Cornish Pirates against Plymouth Albion. I've just regained my seat after speaking to Chris Morgan, and it's 15-3 at half-time. So some interesting views from Chris. And obviously there's competition in places. He was talking about that, Kevin. I don't know whether you heard it, but there is competition for places in this Pirate side, and it will start to get more intense as the playoffs come around.
Yeah, I couldn't hear. I only had a visual of him. I seen he was wearing his eyeshadow still.
Yes, he was, wasn't
he?
Just on one eye.
I don't know if you know, he's across. No, I better not say that.
The insight we get from the Pirates players here on Pirates TV. Just wait till Chris hears that one, yeah.
I think he's quite open about it.
Is he? Anyway, you've got one or two people you need to speak to, Gavin, or say hello to.
I've said a quick mention to the Stirlows. Yeah, I've said
you've done that.
Mum and Dad apologise for my my commentary, basically. Hopefully I can up my game in the second half.
Well, apologise to your mum and dad.
Yeah.
Are they watching, are they?
They normally watch in Wales, yeah.
Oh, they do, right, okay. A lot of the Pirates players, their family watch at home, don't they? So Johnny Bentley does, and James Doherty, yeah.
Yeah, the Bentleys as well. I've had so many people say, say hello to someone, and I should have written a list, really.
Yes, I know. Johnny Bentley's and James Doherty's parents do, certainly. So it's a wet first half here at the Monet, and the Pirates are 15-3 up at half-time, so they're going to look to increase this lead and get well away from Albion, because they are a dangerous side. They could hit back, couldn't they?
Exactly, yeah, and like I said, they should have got an endeavour to sort of attack as well. So what we were expecting was the driving more of the pick and goes. Plymouth will actually show some enterprise in attack, so the boys will be aware of that. I'm sure they would have spoken about the little slip-ups in defence, especially out wide. Like I said, small margin for error really, so we've just got to get close, get the shoulder in, and just finish off the tackle, going a little bit high at times.
Yes, Albion returning to the field, as you can see. So just a quick question for you, Gavin. Where do you consider home now? Is it still Wales, or is home here in Cornwall?
Well,
that's a good question, isn't
it? Well, on my mobile phone, home is still Pencoed in Wales. But
right, okay.
In terms of, I'd say I'm from Wales, but I'm nearly Cornish. I think another 6 months, I'll get my Cornish passport.
Adopted Cornishman, Gavin Cattle. Yes, your second spell here at the Cornish Pirates, so you've been successful in both spells.
Yeah, well, fortunate to have a good team, coaching staff around me both times. So, I love Cornwall. I feel at home here, definitely. So.
There must be similarities. I have been to Wales a few times. There are similarities, aren't there?
There are, yeah, there definitely is, especially like coming back to Penzance. Like I said earlier, old school sort of traditional rugby club. Certainly feel at home.
A loud cheer as the Cornish Pirates return to the field for the second half. So it's Pirates TV in conjunction with My Cornwall TV here at the Monet. It's the third game for the Cornish Pirates in the British and Irish Cup. They've won the first two. They beat Curry 54-31 here at the Monet, the game that was transferred from Edinburgh here to Penzance, and beat Leinster 43-12. And away go Albion for the second half. And Pirates have secured it.
It seems that both teams are struggling to restart from that halfway line. I don't know if it's a bit sticky there, not getting any height on the kickoffs.
No, they're not, are they? That's certainly a good box kick, and into touch it goes. So it's up to halfway.
Yeah.
So tries from Wes Davis and Tom Luke in the first half. One converted by Rob Cook, who also kicked a penalty. Referee this afternoon, Mr. Ross Campbell. Steve Lation and Nigel Higginson on the line.
I think the referee's been pretty consistent so far. He's had a pretty good game.
Yes.
On the line.
Yes, he has. He has been consistent. That's all the players can ask for, really. They can be happy with that. Looks like another replacement for Albion on there. Robin Copeland is on. Good line-out ball. Fisselau. Brought down by Laurie McGlone. I think Laurie would have liked that one. Another good tackle in by a Pirates player on Aaron Carpenter. Away goes Cushion. Hallett. Good driving run there by Copeland. So they've got in behind the Pirates. Pirates need to get themselves organised quickly. Albion again attacking Fisselau from Mercer. Pirates have lined up properly in defence. It's Morton. Cushion again, attacking the blind side.
It looks like Plymouth are playing like a zigzag pattern where they come in, back off the forwards again here, and then attacking the short side.
Morton.
Good dominant hit from Tyrone Holmes.
Tyrone Holmes makes the tackle in midfield. It's been turned over, I think. It certainly has. Rob Cook.
It's a good kick.
Boot to ball, Mark Lee. Under a bit of pressure. Up comes Roger McAtee to make the tackle. McAtee tackles him on halfway and quickly gets to his feet to try and grab the ball.
Play on!
Pirates have got it. Well picked up by McGlone.
It's a good low shot from Rodri.
Bentley. Blair Cowan. Luke. Offloads to Blair Cowan. Good offload. Cowan stands up on the tackle. Doherty. Bentley. He's got Wes Davis with him. Wes Davis cuts inside. And again cuts inside. Wes Davis going towards the post. He's going to make it. Wes Davis under for his second try. What a great line of running.
We spoke about Wes' rugby league background. That was textbook. Come off his wing well. Caught Albion wrong-footed. The old man's still got life in him.
He certainly has. Wes Davis, 32 years old, but you wouldn't have believed it. You can see the replay here. Pirates patient. Bentley inside to Wes Davis. Then he can see the line.
Oh, good swerve. I don't know what the winger was doing. He was backtracking.
Yes.
And Wes just backed himself. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, as you say. Wes Davis' second try of the afternoon. We've played just 3 minutes of the second half. Pirates have increased their lead to 20 points to 3. It's a conversion from in front the posts, which Rob Cook has kicked this time. Tell us about the conversion up at Rotherham, Gavin, that was charged down.
Oh, do we have to go back there? Nah, to be fair, you know, Rob's kicked some awesome conversions and penalties all season and last season, and it's just one of those things that shouldn't happen in a game that just did. That's one of those days you want to forget in a rugby season.
Somebody said to me they charged too quickly.
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't seen the replay, but
right.
Swatkins was the guy from Rotherham who charged it. It was pretty quick off the mark and quite tall.
Yes.
And I don't know what happened.
Anyway, but earlier in the game, Rob Cook did kick a conversion from the touchline, didn't he?
Exactly.
So you have to look at the positives.
Timing.
So he did brilliantly well to do that. So yes, he's kicked really well this season. So just one little slip up, which may have been a bit unfortunate, but the ball's gone along the deck, picked up by Bentley, and he gets inside the first tackler, stays on his feet and sorts it out really well from McGlone.
Great leg drive from
Good drive by McGlone. Took 2 players to bring him down. Doherty, Bentley. Inside to Dave Ward. Still keeps going though. Doherty, Bentley. Luke inside to Gulliver.
Advantage.
It's been knocked on.
That's one of the strengths of the game for Johnny Bentley, always taking it to the line, attracting defenders. Sometimes it comes off for himself, and for a small man, he's very strong as well. Takes a lot of contact, more than he should at times, but that's one of his strengths. He's always a constant threat.
Yeah, and Rob Ellaway as well. You've got 2 very good hookers here at the Pirates.
Yeah, exactly, and that's like horses for courses there. Rob's set piece is exceptional, and then obviously we spoke about Dave's game earlier. he's something else around the park.
Certainly is. Look like Kyle Marriott's coming on for Blair Cowan. We've played just 5 minutes of the second half. It could be Blair feeling the effects of that knock in the first half.
Yeah, I know Blair's been struggling a little bit with his knee. Looks like he's strapped heavily there, so if I stop it at half-time, I would imagine he's stiffed up a bit.
Yep, so it's a free kick to Albion. So Kyle Marriott back on against his former club. Paul Andrew in with a tackle quickly.
Interesting tactic from Plymouth, tapping and going. Pirates' defence was set.
Yeah. And it's Copeland.
Arrive up, White.
Cushion. Hallett. Little chip through for Fisilau. But back goes Johnny Bentley. Well played, Johnny Bentley. Superb take and get up on his feet again. Tom Luke. It's on halfway. Pick and drive by Holmes. Bentley.
Good option.
Very good kick by Johnny Bentley.
And he's varying his game. He's come on again this year. The mix in his game keeps the defences guessing, and that's a great option. Plymouth
Albion take the quick one.
We're 2 and 2. Can't have a quick line out.
So the line out was already formed.
Yeah.
I think the ball went into touch a bit further on than that, possibly, but touch judge Steve Lashon is
Captain.
there.
Steve lacks a bit of gas, perhaps he just didn't have the
Just
angle.
couldn't keep up with it.
Careful with your feet. Okay? Yeah, okay, but be careful.
As skipper, you get to know the referees quite well, don't you, Gavin?
Yeah, Steve is like I think he's like a development officer of such for
Yeah,
referees,
he is,
and
yeah.
he comes down to visit a lot. Yeah, he's a top man, Steve.
Wait!
Yeah, so you need the referee's help. You've got to get the referee on your side. So it's Carpenter with the line-out throw. Gulliver competing, but eventually it's gone back.
Not straight.
Good pressure from the
Not
line.
straight again. And that is the pressure from the Pirates line-out, isn't it? Because they're then forced to think, well, I've got to try and make sure I get it so they don't throw it straight. It just puts the pressure on the thrower.
That's an area of the game where we've improved dramatically from last season. Ben Gulliver, Ian Nimmo, good addition as well. It's just aware what's going on around you, where the setups, the various setups they use. And yeah, again, applying pressure, forcing the mistake.
Yeah, Ben Gulliver, the line-out expert for the Cornish Pirates.
Stay straight, one.
Very secure scrum. Controlled at the back by McGlone. Doherty breaks off. Tom Luke on the burst, but it's Bentley. Oh, if only he'd given it to Wes Davis. I think Wes was on one side and Doherty again. Oh, it's been dropped. Oh dear, just the handling let them down a little bit there.
I don't know if Johnny saw Wes Davis. That's a good move though. Good. Well, if it was executed, I think we could have been under the sticks again.
I'll have a word. I'll have a word.
Yeah, I think it maybe should have gone to Wes then, but was that the planned move? Because there were two coming.
There's with a lot of our moves, we've got a few options off them, so it's just picking the right one. And it's easy to say you should have picked it. It's just when you're actually doing it, there's a lot happening. But what does create a lot of pressure in the defence there, by having a dominant scrum and then the 9 running off the base, you can put 10 in a doubt, 12 in a doubt. It sort of holds them, and then it creates space a little bit wider or around those players.
It keeps the back row away from cutting across as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now we've come up. If no one's moving forward, it's just come up in the middle. Hey,
So
3, get out. Let go 3. Hold on.
Bit of kissing and cuddling on the pack.
Okay. Come on. Don't
There's
give up,
Ryan
mate.
Hopkins,
No one-handed in, no. Okay.
or is it James
Okay,
Curry? He's saying
reverse.
3, but anyway, it's James Curry, I think, on the far side. A young front row for the, well, apart from Dave Ward perhaps, but Paul Andrew and James Curry are young props, aren't they?
Yeah, they are, certainly are. And Curry's he's very, and Paul Andrew actually, they're very mobile, good around the park, well, like the modern day props as such. But like I said earlier, Pays is helping them with the sort of dark arts,
Yeah.
the scrummaging techniques, because as you know, props don't. Oh, great hit.
That's a good hit as well.
Yeah.
Leave it, 7.
Tyrone Holmes again with a big hit. Good tackle in from Kyle Marriott on former teammates.
That man in the side, 20 hasn't moved.
Away go Cushion again. Hallett with a little chip through, which
From Black,
manages to get it back. It's been knocked on, so Pirates have got the turnover here. So they can get hold of it.
I think Cushion should have just kept going. There was nobody around him.
Yes, there wasn't there, yeah. He really wasn't aware, perhaps, that he should have kept going, but it shows Albion's intention here this second half. They're not going to lie down and die. They're going to attack the Pirates and see what they can do. So all credit to them.
Yeah, now watching them warm up on Wednesday, actually, I was just looking at their approach. There's a lot of offloading, sort of being shown, and a lot of sort of decision-making drills. So they've definitely expanded their game plan.
Yeah, so Albion are known perhaps to be sticking up their jumpers and forward dominated, but they are showing some enterprise.
Yeah, and I only hear like good things about Nat Sami, the backs coach there. Apparently he's big on skills, and obviously with a Fijian background.
Yes, I can remember Nat playing for the Pirates here. Quite exciting, very exciting player with Henry Alonga as well. So that was earlier in the 2000s they were here. It's gone straight into touch, so Pirates are keeping the pressure on Albion here. We've played 10 minutes of the second half. It's 22-3 to the Cornish Pirates. They've got 3 tries under their belt. They'll be looking for the 4th to get the bonus point. They've already got 10 points from their 2 games this British and Irish Cup. Pirates, of course, the holders of the British and Irish Cup, beating Munster at Camborne last May in another fantastic performance. Great drive by Laurie McGlone.
That's somebody you don't want to go high on. I know that.
You don't.
Or low, actually.
Rob Cook cuts inside. Can he stay on his feet and get there? No, he can't quite. He's good tackling there by Ben Mercer. It's picked up by Pirates forward and driven on. Wes Davis is there as well to help, right on the touchline. Pirates pick up and drive very close to the Albion line. Paul Andrew sets it up nicely. He's got Kyle Marriott for support, but sets it up. Doherty, McGlone.
Just keep ball, use the big man.
Good drive, he's almost there. Doherty again. It's the long ball out to Bentley. Johnny Bentley on his own, and he makes it. Johnny Bentley makes it just to the right of the post. So Johnny's parents home there in New Zealand in the middle of the night, you'll be thrilled your son has just scored.
Brilliant try. Again, attacking the line, a big gap over. Good work from the forwards, good carry from Laurie McGlone. Tyrone Holmes keeping them honest through the middle. And Doty getting the distribution to Johnny, who again attacks the line and scores a lovely try.
It's 27-3 to the Cornish Pirates. It's their 4th try. It's the bonus point in the British and Irish Cup. So Pirates have now got 11 points in the British and Irish Cup. 2 5s from their first 2 victories, and they've got 1 here already. And they are stretching away from Plymouth Albion.
You have to have a word with Johnny in his try celebrations.
Yes, he hurled the ball into the air, didn't he, in delight.
Yeah,
so
he needs to work on that throw, I think.
Rob Cook converts to increase the Pirates' lead even further. It's the Cornish Pirates 29, Plymouth Albion 3. So 2 tries for Wes Davis, 1 for Tom Luke and Johnny Bentley.
2 subs by the look of it, Higgy.
And I can see 3 subs for the Cornish Pirates over there. Ryan Storr, Alan Paver and Sam Betty coming on, I think.
Yeah, the more experienced front rowers taking stage.
Yeah.
And Sam Betty, he's had a great season so far. Awesome work rate.
Yes, he has, hasn't he? Yeah. His tackle count is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, when we look at stats like the day after a game or the first day back after a game, and Sam's normally at the top in terms of incidents.
He gets involved in lots of things, doesn't he? There was one game last year he was involved in 100 incidents, I believe, wasn't there, in one game?
Something ridiculous.
Something ridiculous, yeah.
Phenomenal work.
Yeah.
Off the leg, straight!
Bentley.
Again, a good option.
It's Fionn McLaughlin coming back, but it's Mark Lee taking it.
That was already inside, that's fine.
Rob Cook's under it. Bentley's there as well.
Thank you.
And that's kicked over the head of Mercer. And that's going to go over the try line and maybe not the dead ball line. So it's going to be a 22. At least it gives territory to the Pirates.
Yeah, right idea.
22.
Yes, if it had just stayed in the field of play, that would have been useful. But it's not bad at all. It's a 22 dropout.
We haven't got a game to chase, so why not play down this end?
Oh yes, just pen them back in their own half, make them attack from deep. Pirates have set themselves up in defence here nicely. Hallett with the deep kick. McAtee's underneath it. Rob Cook takes it from Marriott and runs. Drew Lock changes the angle of attack. He's brought down by Sprangle. Bentley again. Alan Paver. Alan Paver still going. Good drive from the former Plymouth Albion player as well. But that was a long time ago. Bentley, nearly intercepted. Ambitious from Johnny Bentley.
Forward, from here to here. Scrum.
But in this situation, you can be ambitious, can't you, Gavin?
You can be. That's a great. I was just saying the old boys coming on the pitch in the front row there, and I got to be honest, Paves is maturing like a fine wine.
He'll like that one. He'll like that.
Believe it or not, he's got some new hair growing as well.
Is he?
Apparently, there's evidence. Yeah.
Some new hair. I'll have to speak to him about that then. Yes, experienced front row now. There's 60 years between them. Ryan Storer 28, Alan Paver 32. So they've been around a long time in the front rows.
Yeah, Ryan Storer as well, nicknamed Rhino. He's a great scrummager. He's one of those old school props, but he's transformed himself again this year as well. Second season with the Pirates, and you know the difference up 2 pre-seasons can do to someone. He's evidence of that.
Yeah, definitely. The forwards must practice their handling skills as much as the backs almost.
Exactly. He's got a great set of skills for a big fella.
Yeah. We've seen it today with Ben Gulliver, and we see it with the back row all the time. But good tackling by the Pirates right on the gain line. Cushion's got it. Back to Hallett. The winter sun shining in Hallett's eyes, but Rob Cook's underneath that one comfortably. And the Pirates' backs set themselves up. Where's Davis? There's a bit of a space here. Drew Lock. Oh, he's lost it in the tackle.
Something we've identified as well from Wednesday night was because it was a bit of a kicking battle due to the conditions, but by shifting it 2 passes, it brings the winger up on the open side and creates space behind. So it gives the full-back then a lot of work, a lot of ground to cover.
Yes, it does, doesn't it? Yeah. Yes, Drew Lock limping away from that one. He had support with him, maybe he should have used them, but he cut back inside and now he's limping.
That's another thing as well. It looks like you have space, but if you look on our sort of replays and stuff, with 3 players drift defending, although there's space there, it's a bit of an illusion, really.
Yeah, it looks like it from us here in the grandstand, but yes, it's not always the case on the field.
So I think Drew there done the right thing, take it up, suck them defenders in, and then look to go next phase.
It's Albion scrum. It's just past the 10-metre line. We've played 17 minutes of the second half.
Come across here.
It's Cornish Pirates 29, Plymouth Albion 3.
Paves on the tight end this time, converted himself for the last couple of seasons.
Yes, he can play both sides now, can't he?
Yeah.
So the referee waiting for Aaron Carpenter to get his laces done up. Dave Morton, Carpenter and Ryan Hopkins, the front row for Albion. Against Storer, Ward and Paver for Pirates. Good scrum by the Pirates.
Now, round first. Two, wait, don't. Walk away. 2, you're gone. 2, just walk away. Step out, step out.
Just a little fracas between the front rows.
16. 16.
Alan Paver going to be spoken to by the referee.
Excuse me, don't things like it's 5, let's do something back. Calm down, please, okay?
You can hear Mr. Campbell telling Alan Paver to calm down. It must take a lot to rile him, though.
He takes scrummaging very personal. It's his first love in life.
Yes, it is, isn't it? Yeah. He's a real expert, and he must love his game days, especially conditions like this as well. Where
he's an awkward customer. I don't know much about scrummaging, but he's obviously about 3 inches shorter than me, and he's about 4 stone heavier, so he's an awkward sort of opponent, really.
Away goes Doherty. Bentley. Long ball out to Rob Cook, up into the line at pace. Cook cuts inside and then knocks it on. Just the handling, letting the Pirates down a little bit.
That was the same move as we sort of done in the 22 earlier, which we were talking about Wes was the option, but then we used the
and went
wide
wide
option
that
with
time.
Cookie.
Yeah. So Wes being the option just holds the defence a little bit, doesn't it? So
if they don't hold, then he's in. So
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Just select that was the right option then.
Yeah.
Just losing the ball at contact.
You mentioned just then you don't know too much about front row play, but you do get a good view of it, don't you, from scrum half?
I tell the referees I know a lot, but yeah, if I'm honest, I do sit down with Paves. I'm doing a coaching course in a minute, so you have to learn about the other positions, and he's given me a sort of crash course on it.
On front row play.
Should do a well response. Say James Doty's showing similar now, telling the linesman he knows what he's doing as well. So.
Yes. Yeah. He's learned from you, Gavin. He's learned from you.
It's good. I think it's just an innate ability from nines, I think.
So the dark art of front row play Very interesting aspect of rugby union, certainly.
Yeah, when I said I had a crash course with Paves, I thought it'd be like a couple of minutes. It was a couple of days. It's like
He must have so much he wants to tell you about front row play. It just won't take a couple of minutes, will it?
Don't walk around.
worryingly passionate about it.
Yes.
Stopped.
Ooh, well taken by Kieran Hallett.
It's a good strike
And
as well.
Wes Davis is underneath it and takes it well. He's got Rob Cook with him. Feeds Cook. And Cook comes back. All charged down, but picked up by Sam Betty. He's got support from Ryan Storer. Storer offloads, good offload. Kyle Marriott.
Put it through! Put it through!
Bentley.
Penalty, guys, offside.
Chip through. Fisselau picks up. Johnny Bentley knew they were playing advantage.
I was unlucky. Wes was called in for the grubber through there.
Yes.
We've seen the boys were quite flat.
It's 7 again, so it's Wayne Sprangle. Penalised yet again by the referee.
He's dicing with death.
He is, isn't he?
Good offloading again, just messing Ryan Store's sleight of hand.
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
Sam
Yeah.
Betty capitalising on the loose ball, using Storer, then offloaded, I think it was to Kyle Marriott. It's good interplay by the forwards.
Johnny Bentley finds the touch.
I shouldn't be telling you where to go.
So an attacking line-out for the Cornish Pirates. It's 29-3 on Pirates TV. We've got a quarter of the game left. We played 20 minutes to the second half.
Guys,
4 tries to the Pirates already.
Must be at the front.
Ball carrier must be at the front, the referee says.
Outside the line, as it was in the first half. Scrum. Scrum.
Well, as you say, referee's consistent. That one wasn't straight either, so he's penalised Albion a couple of times for not straight, and the Pirates have fallen foul of the same now.
Don't walk around the corner. You stay square.
Sprangle getting into Wardy about the throw-in. He wants to have a word with his own hooker, I think.
You can't move forward, we can move sideways, that's all.
Yes, I think it's like people in glass houses, they say, shouldn't throw stones. So. Anyway, here we go. It's a scrum to Albion. Can they get out of this sticky situation in their own 22? Cushion feeds the scrum. Picked up by Hocking at the back and offloading himself quickly. Didn't bother with Cushion. Hallett. Albion running out of their own defence. Good run by Mercer. Tackled by the Pirates in the 22. They've kept them back.
Here it is, guys. Play on.
I think Rodri McAtee's got hold of that one. If it was Rodri.
Let's go,
Leave
shift
it,
it.
Albion. Scrum. Leave it.
Good turnover by the Pirates there. I think it was Rodri. Don't quite know why Rodri was in there, but
Rodri and Tom Luke, I don't know.
yes, one of them there. We're turning that one over. So the low winter sunshine streaming across the field here at the Manet. It's turned out to be a nice afternoon after the early rain.
Just the middle here, guys.
So Johnny Bentley gets a bit of a break.
Cookie's going to 10. I think Grant Point will step in at full back.
Yeah.
Grant's been another great addition to the team. A big man with a big boots. Very modest fella. He's a great guy, actually.
Yeah. I must admit, I was impressed with him, the way he stood up in the tackle a few times early on when I saw him.
Yeah, he's a strong man.
Yeah. Yes.
When you speak to him off the pitch, he's like you'd think he wouldn't hurt a fly, but I was relieved to see in his first game, he's got a bit about him.
Yeah, he has, hasn't he? Yeah, definitely.
Walk away, walk away.
A bit of a dispute amongst the front rows there, so apologies for any language you might have overheard then. But it does get heated in the front row, and the Pirates certainly have the edge here. And the new front row, Storer and Paver are on there with Dave Ward.
Oh, Doherty polishing Rhino's head there for some reason. Yeah, I think Plymouth would have pride would have been dented. Boys sort of dominated up there on Wednesday night, especially in the scrum. So I would imagine they've had a stern talking to off Dorsey.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Yes. Albion coach Graham Dorr, front row expert himself, of course. Played a number of games.
Yeah, I've had the pleasure, or not the pleasure, I don't know, with Dorsey. He's a physical character. And
he is, isn't he? Yeah.
A legend of the game, really.
Doherty is a good move by the Pirates. Pointers in. Luke. It's a Drew Lock, rather. Doherty again. Cook. McGlone. Nimmo.
Good offload, shifting the point of contact, just attracting more tacklers.
Doherty again. Luke. Dave Ward cuts inside. Good footwork by Ward. McGlone. Oh, drops the ball. Laurie McGlone drops it. And he wasn't too pleased, but again, the handling let Pirates down a little bit, but looking ambitious, the Pirates, looking good. It's just the final pass. We've played 25 minutes of the second half, so just 15 minutes to play. 29-3 to the Cornish Pirates.
Yeah, Pirates just got to be aware now. Obviously, Plymouth are chasing the game. They've been in this 22 for this area of the pitch for quite a while, and they haven't looked to kick it. So just the back three have to be aware, especially wingers. If they look to, especially if the 10 has passed it, Wes will have to come up and close the space.
Yeah, Wes is back, helping out the fullback. In case they kick it this way.
Pause, engage.
There's certainly a problem in the front row since the replacements have come on. It's Storer and Paver, I think, probably causing Albion a bit of a problem in this front row.
There's a few people claiming they know what's going on in there.
Yes, it's Morton, Carpenter, and Hopkins in the front row for Albion, and Storer, Paver, and Ward for the Pirates. So let's see if Cushing can get it into the front rows this time.
Pause, engage.
Yeah, that one's worked okay.
Get down, 7, back down. Stay.
Good spin on that kick, yeah, onto the roof of the grandstand. So
that was good refereeing as well. Tyrone Holmes obviously broke from the scrum, but didn't affect play.
No.
And
stay on, okay?
That's how the game should be refereed.
Well played, Mr. Campbell from the RFU.
Use the line, Black.
We've not seen him here in Cornwall before, but he's doing a good job, very consistent.
He's I've been pretty impressed by him, really.
We can see if this line-out throws straight or not. McGlone takes it. Picked up by Dave Ward. Doherty missed it. The feed back to Doherty wasn't the best. Ian Nimmo driving at Kieran Hallett and Wayne Sprangle.
Off feet, play on.
Well picked up by Rob Cook. Grant Pointer changes the angle of attack, stays up on his feet, and eventually gets brought down, but sets it back really nicely. Kyle Marriott against his former teammates, driving on. Sam Betty's there. Doherty.
Advantage. Penalty, white 9.
Ian Nimmo goes through the middle. Referee's playing advantage here. Doherty to Cook.
Advantage.
Long ball out, Roger McAtee. Referee's just shouted advantage over. Sorry, Gavin, you were saying?
Just showing good width again, that missed pass. By going back to the short side as well, it's committing defenders. In trouble,
been turned over.
Advantage over.
That was Plymouth with the mismatches.
Good tackle by Wes Davis. Good tracking by Davis there to get in the tackle. Albion certainly attacking the Pirates here now. It's Copeland.
Back.
Skelding offloading to Sprangle. So Pirates have been forced back here by this turnover. Alan Paver makes the tackle and tries to roll away.
No release, number 2.
Referees penalised Dave Ward for not releasing. Alan Paver tried to
Let
roll
it go
away.
Quiet. Got a release before you jackal.
Sprangle still talking about Wardy to the referee. He should count himself lucky he's still on the pitch.
Yes, that's right. The number of penalties he's given away. 29 minutes of the second half played. It's 29-3 to the Cornish Pirates.
Yeah, Wardy's got an interesting technique, really. You wouldn't try and coach a sort of young player to tackle that way. He goes straight for the ball a lot, and it pays off a lot for him. So then sort of took the ball, player went down, and you have to release, allow him to present, to then trying to pilfer the ball. But
again, it's a fine line between the tackler having to release the tackle player and the tackler, the man who's got the ball's got to release it as well.
Yeah,
it's just
exactly.
the two things there. There's a fine line.
Sorry, I couldn't see that. Not straight. Thank you.
Is Sprangle having a word with the hooker? No, he's not.
Black.
Yes.
I'm not picking on him, honestly.
Not picking on Aaron Carpenter here. Sprangle is involved in the game, certainly. There are a few players that have a lot to say. I always remember Lawrence Delalio used to have a lot to say, didn't he?
Yeah, exactly. And Sprangle's like an influential player for them, so
yeah.
he's got to sort of voice his opinion, I suppose.
A few replacements being made here by Albion, 3 of them coming on.
Yeah, so Matt Avesi's come on the flank.
There's Kessel come on as well.
Former Truro College lad.
Steve Johns and Sam Matavesi, yeah.
Yeah, and his brother is at Exeter, isn't he?
Yeah, Josh Matavesi, Fijian international, isn't he? So, yes. So, Sam Matavesi hasn't played too many games for Albion. It might even be his debut. But away come Pirates because it was a free kick. Tom Luke showing good strength. McGlone. He's a big, strong man, isn't he, Laurie McGlone?
Yeah,
the amount of carries he makes in a game. Rob Cook has seen a gap over the head of Cameron Mitchell.
Great kick.
But away they go very quickly. Mark Lee. Cook to McAtee. Roger McAtee fancying a run. Up he gets.
Tackle and move.
Doherty chipping it forward. Back goes Kessel.
Stand.
He's outside there, surely.
He's sliced that one. Rob Cook picks up really well. Bit of footwork as well. Pointer. Pointer goes through the gap, stays on his feet. Offload. Sam Betty's there. Storer clears out. Wes Davis goes in to help. Doherty's back up on his feet. Locke. Drew Locke sees a gap. He's got Doherty with him if he can sit him. He's brought to ground eventually. Doherty again. He's got McAtee. McAtee takes the tackle in the 22. Doherty. McGlone again, sets it up. Doherty. Locke. Drew Locke takes it on himself. Held up by Albion in their 22. Pirates bring them to ground. Luke. Cook. And it's Wes Davis. It's the hat-trick for Wes Davis. Well played, Rob Cook. It's a hat-trick try for Wes Davis.
Yeah, we spoke earlier in the first half about keeping your width. There was Wes, Grant Pointer and Cookie there for some 2 or 3 phases. I think Cookie's blown a bit after that. He's played. He's done some good work today. And yeah, just creating that 2-on-1, creating big spaces between the defenders and just putting them in doubt.
Yeah, Rob Cook had a big hand in that. We can see on the replay here. Tom Luke.
And obviously Ian Nimmo running the unselfish line behind Tom Luke
and
there.
He threw in there, well played. Wes Davis just dots it down for his 3rd and the Cornish Pirates' 5th try of the afternoon. It's 34-3. So Rob Cook with his conversion attempt. It just goes past the right-hand post, so Rob Cook has missed the conversion. We've got 7 minutes to play. It's Cornish Pirates 34, Plymouth Albion 3.
We said we'd reap benefits in the last 20 with the earlier work in the first half, and it looks that way, so all systems go.
All systems go for the last few minutes, see if the Pirates can add a try to this. Certainly the coaches will be wanting to keep the line intact, won't they?
Yeah, exactly. Big pride on the defence. You'd say it's the spirit of the team, the defence, and with only 3 points conceded, yeah, can't see there being much complaint.
No, exactly, so...
Not now.
Good kick by Rob Cook, clearing the danger there from the kickoff.
They'll be on the line.
Can I see Rob Ellaway on there? Yes, I can.
We'll get him. Step out, we'll get him. 6, 7, 7. It is outside here, clearly outside. Scrum or line out? Scrum? Scrum.
5 minutes just to play here.
I think Plymouth will be disappointed with the way they, well, not so much the scrum, but the line-outs functioned. It starved them of ball, and
Make sure we get a touch.
we've capitalised on that.
Yeah, yes, this game has been one up front, certainly. The Pirates have had good ball. And we think it was Wes Davis announced as man of the match then, Gavin.
Oh, good work. He deserves it.
Touch.
You know, being on the wing can be lonely at times, but he's done well with the possession he's had.
He has.
Advantage penalty, flanker.
So it's a penalty against Albion, the flanker, the referee says. So that was Robin Copeland penalised.
3. Sub. Sub, they're telling me. Yeah, it's for you. Well done.
So Ryan Hopkins has gone off for Albion. And I think it's George
6.
Porter coming on.
Sub and drop.
So all the Albion replacements are used. Nimmo takes the line out.
Yeah, the boys will look to squeeze this, run the clock down a bit.
Yes, I'm sure
That's
some of
1-9.
the forwards would like to get their name on the score sheet perhaps. So it's all back so far today. Wes Davis with 3, Tom Luke and Johnny Bentley. Doherty takes the tackle.
Stay.
Roger McAtee steps in at scrum half. Ian Nimmo driving forward over the 22. McAtee again. Cook.
Move, tackle it.
It was Drew Lock driving through. It's Rob Ellaway. Takes 2 people to bring him down. Sets it back nicely. Doherty, Cook. Marriott. Loses it in the tackle, loses it. And away come Albion. Alan Paver makes the tackle. Good offload. Enthusiastic supporters to our right. Alan Paver gets hold of it, but it's set back nicely.
Both of you, leave it, let go. Out, 7. Out.
Good tackling. Tyrone Holmes in with the tackle,
Advantage is over.
forcing Albion backwards. Matavesi does very well, gets through the first tackle. Gavin shouting his support for Tyrone Holmes there. He's blowing a bit, isn't he, Gavin?
Oh, he's worked tremendously hard today, especially at the breakdown. Kick chase.
He has been good. Good tackling by Dave Ward there, tracking back.
Advantage penalty, no release.
It's a penalty to Albion. No release in the tackle.
No, that's your man. Go, go.
So 38 minutes of the second half played. It's Cornish Pirates 34, Plymouth Albion 3. You're watching Pirates TV in conjunction with My Cornwall TV. It's the British and Irish Cup. It's the 3rd victory in a row for the Cornish Pirates. 5 points from the first 2 games, and they'll have 5 from this one. It's Tom Kessel. Grant Pointer gets hold of him eventually. Pirates need to get back and get their defence sorted out here.
Move 7.
Tyrone Holmes brings them down. It's the first time the Albion have been into the 22, the Pirates, in the second half. Kessel.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
good
good
deep from
tackling.
outside. Rodri spotted the man.
Rodri came in well on Mercer then, I think it was. Made the tackle. Hallett sees a gap. He's brought down though. Good tackling. Combination of Doherty and Bentley.
No, it's not.
And
No, that was
Kyle Marriott.
Kyle
Marriott actually,
chopped
wasn't it?
him out,
Yeah. It was.
Bentley's taking a break now.
He's gone on the yes, of course,
well
yes.
addressed.
He'd have done well to make a tackle from where he's sitting now.
He'll take that on the stats.
Yeah. The Pirates TV commentator said it was him, so he'll have that one.
Commentator never lies.
No. He tries not to. It's 34-3 to the Cornish Pirates. It's been a comprehensive victory this afternoon. Albion have been repelled every time they've attempted to attack the Pirates, and the Pirates have taken their chances really well. So 3 out of 3 in the British and Irish Cup, but there's a couple of tough games to come, Gavin. Newport away on Friday and then Worcester away.
Yeah, Newport will be a tough ask up at their place. They're a tough team. I think we played them last year in the group as well at our place. And yeah, it wasn't a straightforward game, you could say.
So it's Newport away next Friday.
Yeah.
And then Worcester, I think, in February, isn't it? It's Worcester in the Championship in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, the game at Newport was, I think, it's scheduled at Rodney Parade, which is the Gwent Dragons home pitch.
Yes,
But,
it is, yeah.
there was a bit of doubt over the venue due to Heineken Cup,
Time is back.
and a place called Cross Keys was mentioned.
You know that well?
I've been there a few times. They cut the grass, the local cows come down and have a munch. But we're hoping it's at Rodney Parade.
Yes, I think it is at Rodney Parade, yeah. It was due to the Heineken Cup.
No. Excuse me, we can't touch across the far side, so we'll reset that.
So a reset scrum.
Let's make sure we get our gaps.
It's
there,
now
okay?
coming up to injury time at the end of the game here at the Monet. Cornish Pirates 34, Plymouth Albion 3.
We spoke about versatility. Tyrone stepped up into the second row,
Right.
and Wardy's gone to the open side.
Pause.
All right, yes.
So,
Tight head.
It's a free kick to the Pirates, and away they go very quickly. Roger McAtee sees a gap and clears out of defence very well.
Play on.
And away go Albion.
Really happy?
Good tackling by Tom Luke.
Go, yes.
And good driving by the Pirates.
it's a great turnover.
Picked
Good hunger.
up Dave Ward playing. Ryan Storer drops it.
Knock on. We haven't got time for this scrum.
And the referee says we haven't got time for the scrum and blows the full-time whistle on another comprehensive Pirates performance here at the Monet. They've beaten Plymouth Albion by 5-0, 34 points to 3. A comprehensive victory. Gavin, your assessment generally?
I think the boys will be highly pleased with it, especially with the defence. A lot of that's down to controlling possession. We starved them of ball. The line-up functioned really well, attack and defence. So. When you're dominant, when you've got your tight forwards dominating, the breakdown being pretty sharp as well. Plymouth not really committing numbers to the breakdown allowed us to generate momentum, get on the front foot, and we showed what we can do, holding our width like we have done throughout the season, and created opportunities and executed a lot of them as well.
So it was an impressive display by the Cornish Pirates. How have you found it sitting here talking about the game instead of playing it?
Yeah, it's not too bad. When you're in control, you can relax a bit. It's just the tighter games. But yeah, before the match, I was a little bit apprehensive. Well, I am before most games, but
I'm sure you are,
always
yes.
confident. And yeah, the boys delivered again today, so very pleased.
It is the strength of the Pirates squad, certainly showing its worth here again today.
And I've just spilt my
Gavin's
tea all
just
over my leg.
spilt his tea all over his leg, acknowledging the support of the Pirates supporters here who waved at Gavin, so he waved back with his cup of tea all over his legs.
Yeah.
I don't suppose it's as hot as it was when it was given to you.
Yeah, thankfully.
Yes, you had a scalded leg as well.
Yeah.
So yes, an impressive display by the Pirates, and the squad are having a good run out, so it's all going very well at the moment.
Yeah, it is, and there's a couple of stand-up players. Obviously, Wes had man of the match, and rightly so. I thought he played very well. You know, Johnny Bentley, as ever, Mr. Reliable. He was always attacking the line, a constant threat. And you know, you can't really. I say I've picked them two players out, but overall, I think the boys played well, functioned well as a team. And the pleasing thing for me, especially being a 9, was the breakdown, ball presentation. We shifted possession pretty quickly. Whether that was due to Plymouth not competing as much as they did Wednesday night, I'm not sure. But we can only clear out what's put in front of us, and the boys done that very well.
So just to sum up, you won't be back next week for Newport, but you just might have an outside chance of playing against Worcester.
There's a glimmer that in my head, hopefully maybe make the 22 for Newport, but
Oh, right, okay.
yeah, that's out of my hands. Obviously, selection pending. Yeah, so it's like I obviously want to get. I'd like to get if I am available for Worcester, I'd like to get a little bit of game time before that. But yeah, you don't get what you want sometimes.
I'm sure all Pirates fans would like you to be fully fit before you actually get out on the field. You don't want you to aggravate any existing injuries. So
yeah, I'm going to make sure it's right. I'm big enough and ugly enough to not to come back too early. I made that mistake last year against Plymouth, and yeah, and this year there's not so much pressure with James Doty playing well. You've got Rodri as well, who's stepped in and done a job. So there's not so much pressure to get back on the pitch.
Well, Gavin, I'm sure everybody would be delighted to see you back on the pitch. You are one of the favourites here at the Monet. In fact, there's lots of favourites now. They've been building up this season because I think the whole squad has done fantastically well. And it's a real strength of this Pirates squad that there are so many players that can slot in at any moment and do a good job at this level as well, because this is a high level.
It is, yes. And obviously we're pitching towards the top of the table at the minute. We need a strong finish just before the playoffs. Obviously, points being carried over depending where you finish. So we've got a big focus, and I mentioned it earlier, consistency, and that's in everything we do really. Preparation, training, performance, You know, down to even like the fine things of diet and stuff like that. So if you're consistent with things, hopefully it reflects on the field, and so far so good.
So the Pirates players coming across this side of the field to thank the Pirates supporters who are still here. Some of them have been streaming out of the grandstand, but the Pirates players come across to thank the fans. It's good to see that, Gavin. It's nice to see that the Pirates support the supporters.
We appreciate it muchly, and being you know, a traditional club, the supporters come first basically. Without supporters, you got nothing. So we're all aware of that. Coaching staff, they've got sort of like a structure, like a company structure as such, and supporters are at the top of that, and the players are at the bottom. So we sort of we recognise what we've got here, something special in terms of the following. So yeah, obviously we're going to give them a big thank you.
Yeah, a round of applause to thank them for their support. It is important, but of course the Pirates are producing fantastic rugby here in Cornwall, so they're the top team in Cornwall at the moment. They're in the Championship and they're riding high, and of course they're the British and Irish Cup holders, and they'd like to retain that this season. So it's as an important a focus as the Championship, the Cup?
Yeah, it is, yeah, and basically we did two competitions. You've got two chances to win something, so there's no reason why you should focus on one or the other. Obviously Premiership's everyone's aspiration, but with only two competitions, as I say, obviously we want to win that and or retain it. It's our cup at the minute, and hopefully it stays that way.
Exactly. Well, Gavin, thank you very much for your comments this afternoon. It's been good working with you, and thank you for the help and advice you've given everybody at home watching this game.
Oh, pleasure. I don't know about that.
And we look forward to seeing you back on the field anyway, so thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's Gavin Cattle, the injured Pirates skipper, joining me this afternoon on Pirates TV. And I'm just going to go pitch side. I can see Harvey Biljon coming across, so I'll have a word with him, and I'm sure he'll be delighted with the victory. So the final score here at the Monet was 34-3 to the Cornish Pirates, and I'll go and speak to Harvey Biljon. Final score here at the Monet was Cornish Pirates 34 points, Plymouth Albion 3. I'm joined by Harvey Biljon, the Pirates backs coach. How pleased are you with that, Harvey?
Oh, absolutely delighted. I think we spoke about it before the game. We said it doesn't matter about the conditions, we're going to go out and play. And I think we endeavoured to do that, and it came off pretty well.
You need to give credit to the forwards, I suppose. They provided good ball for your backs.
Absolutely. The set piece was outstanding, and it did give us the opportunities to break the gain line.
Wes Davis, man of the match, hat-trick of tries. He finished it brilliantly.
Yeah, they asked us who we thought was man of the match just before it got announced, and we did actually say Wes. We thought he'd done nothing wrong, and scored two good tries. And as soon as we sent that through, he scored his hat-trick. So well done to Wes.
But it's all the backs as well. I thought the handling was superb and created good opportunities.
Yeah, I think we still got some work to do. There were a couple of knock-ons and things, but you know, we'll keep making sure we put those things right at training and keep building.
Your vantage point, watching from the end of the game, end of the pitch, you can see the angles are running. There were some interesting angles being run by some of the Pirates players. Yeah,
I think we had that opportunity because we used the full width of the pitch, but I think we balanced that with playing territory at the right times. A couple of kicks at the right time just to keep the pressure on was what we needed.
There's some interchanging of players as well. I noticed Rob Cook coming in the fly half and various other people nipping in at scrum half. That's the strength of the Pirates squad at the moment.
Yeah, I think all credit to Tom Luke and Drew Lock too today. They came in the midfield and did a really good job. And you're right, it is the strength of the squad, but also keeps competition throughout.
3 games in 8 days. Has it taken its toll on the Pirates players?
It definitely has. I think we've had to balance this week, as you can imagine. But you know, we've got to make sure we prepare and we're ready for Friday night at Newport.
Yes, that's the next game. It's Newport away, so that'll provide an interesting challenge.
Yeah, definitely, especially away in Wales. I think Ian will have a little bit of inside knowledge, but no, we're looking forward to it.
So the Pirates are firing on 2 fronts, aren't they? The British and Irish Cup and the Championship, and neither of them takes precedence, or is it the Championship which takes precedence?
No, we're not getting carried away. I know it's a cliche. We'll take each game as it comes, but we've got to make sure we're ready. We're ready for the latter end of the competition, which both competitions.
Did you learn anything new today from today's game?
No, I don't think we learned anything new. I think we learned we still need to keep working at the things we're doing and make sure we can just polish off the performance.
Well, whatever you're doing, Harvey, it's working really well. So congratulations on today's performance, and long may it continue.
Great, thank you very much. Cheers.
Harvey Biljon, the Pirates backs coach, talking about his team's performance this afternoon. And coming to join me now is Wes Davis, the man of the match. Wes, congratulations, good finishing.
Thank you very much, John. Yeah, it was good finishing. It was good to get over the line. I think that could be my first hat-trick for the Pirates. But just got to commend the forwards' work rate today. We were disappointed after that loss at Rotherham, and bounced back from it with 2 good wins over Plymouth Wednesday night. It's tiring for them in the the mud and you know, for them to bounce back and put 2 good wins together is really good.
Yeah, you had a good all-round performance. You scored 3 tries, but the rest of your game was fairly solid. You were under the high ball a couple of times, putting in your tackles. So it's an all-round performance.
Well, that's very flattering from you, John. But to be honest, I think I watched the majority of that game. I could have joined you in the commentary box. But yeah, I mean, it's always nice to get over the line, especially in front of the home crowd. They're absolutely fantastic here, and you know, I think I've got my own little supporters club going on this stand now.
So what's the secret this year? You seem to have really blossomed. You said to me when you worked with me early in the season, this could be your last year. Is that the danger, that you think this is my last chance of rugby, I'm going to really take the most out of it I can?
I think it could be. I mean, I'm just enjoying it, just embracing, you know, being back here. I always said that this is the best club I've played for. I love how passionate the fans are, and just embracing that, and you know, I'm really enjoying myself.
So are you still going to finish this year?
That's the plan.
Even though you scored a hat-trick today and you've been in great form, you'll finish at the end of the season?
Yeah, I think so. I think that'll be me done. So yeah, I mean, it'll be sad. Don't get me wrong, but I'm kind of getting my head around it now. And but who knows? You never say never. You never say never.
No, never say never. Well done, Wes. So the rest of the season is really coming to a head now, isn't it? We've got January, February coming up, and then it's the Championship playoffs. So it must be exciting to be part of this team.
It is very exciting, and I think we're going quite well. Obviously, the disappointing loss at Rotherham, really not. You know, it's quite hard to accept when we're going so well. But I mean, Dave Ward said after that game, I don't think we've got used to winning. Well, we can't just go away and win. Our heads have got to be on it. The attitude's got to be right within the squad, and if that's not there, anyone could turn anyone over in this league. That's how good it is. But yeah, they are exciting times. I mean, we're approaching the playoffs now, and I don't know, it might get a bit tactical of where we want to finish, of what teams we want to meet there to try and progress through, though. And with the British and Irish Cup today, with Leinster turning over Worcester, I think that means, I mean, don't quote me on my math here, but I think that means that if we go to Newport and win next week, then we're definitely through, which is good times.
Yeah, this year in the British and Irish Cup, top 2 teams go through. That does give you a chance then with 2 teams going through.
Yeah, I think so. But like, if you top the group, then obviously you're going to play the second of another group, which is going to be an easier fixture. Well, I mean, you say that, but you just don't know, because there's quality throughout the British and Irish Cup. I mean, it was very hard last year to win it. We were you know, the grit and determination to do so, but you know, it's going to be the same again.
So looking ahead, it's Worcester then in 2 weeks' time in the Championship. Having beaten them up there, that'll be a big game here at the Monet, won't it?
Oh, that's going to be huge. You don't come bigger than that. I mean, Worcester are proving that you know, they are a Premiership side. They've only lost once this season, and that's the difference between being a Premiership side and a Championship. The consistency, and that's what they're showing. We did play very well when we beat them over at their place, and I think they'll still be hurting from it. So they're going to be after revenge. So I mean, you know, we've gone 12 from 12 at home, so hopefully we can repeat that performance.
Exactly, that'll be a real test. The number 13 game here. It's a fortnight's time. It's the Cornish Pirates against Worcester, so we look ahead to that one. But Wes, congratulations on your performance today. A hat-trick of tries and man of the match. Well done.
Thank you very much, John. Pleasure.
Okay, Wes Davis, man of the match today in the Cornish Pirates' 34 points to 3 victory over Plymouth Albion in the British and Irish Cup. That's 3 wins out of 3, 15 points out of 15. It's Newport away next Friday in the British and Irish Cup, and then it's Worcester at home in February in the British and Irish Cup to complete their league fixtures. The next game on Pirates TV, who knows when it'll be? We wait and see. But look forward to speaking to you again soon, hopefully in the future. Final score here at the Monet, it was Cornish Pirates 34 points, Plymouth Albion 3.